Digital Media.
Come on!
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media.
Hello
Hello, everybody. Hello, medium John Turski. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. For those listening, this is an impromptu thing. It's almost midnight on. Are we Saturday? Is it Saturday? Almost midnight on Saturday.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I got to tell you what a great guy John is. So he's not allowed to say anything because I don't want him to get him burst. But so my stepdaughter had a birthday party tonight, and it was a sleepover with some friends, and they were doing the normal girl stuff. It came over around 4 or 5 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock, and did dinner and pizzas and cakes and all that stuff, and then started doing all the girly stuff. And then around 7 or 8, they're like, oh, we're getting bored. They're getting restless. They want to do some stuff. And we're like, what do we do? I don't know. And then I'm scrolling Facebook and I see John's, I don't know, you come by one of John's posts. And I'm like, well, let me reach out to John. How cool would it be for these girls, these 13-year-old girls, to be able to get a reading from John Turski? How cool would that be? And so I reached out to John, and right away he's like, hey, what's up? And I said, John, I need a favor from you. Can you come over to the house, talk to these girls, entertain them for a little while? He's like, absolutely. Without hesitation, went ahead and said, absolutely. I'm going to another client, but I'll be there around 9:30. And around 9:30 showed up. And 2 hours later, these girls were amazed, and they had a blast. And I know probably most people had never thought of that for a birthday party, having John come over. But if you got a teen girl looking for a party, I mean, John, I think this might be a new thing for you.
I mean, it could be. I've never done that before.
I know you haven't.
Oh, my gosh.
I will tell you, I wasn't in on that. I was in the other room watching the White House Correspondents' Dinner on C-SPAN. That's my fun Saturday night. But one of the girls came in and said, oh, my God. I'm like, what? What happened? She said, well, my dog died last week. And John's first question to me was, did you just have a dog that died? And then she said, so my other dog is lays on my pillow. And the second question John asked me was, does your dog lay on your pillow?
Yeah, she was fun. She physically had to leave the circle. She had to leave the room.
Yeah, she did. She said, my brain needs a break right now.
She asked for permission. She's like, am I allowed? Because if the listeners could have only seen just the energy when I walked in at first. And
what was it like? Because I wasn't in there. Like I said, what you've never done anything like this. Tell us the vibes. You walk in a room and there's 10 girls and you got the seat right in the middle.
Right, which was cool. I enjoyed that. And then just going in, I'm unloading my stuff, getting everything out of my bag, my candle. I'm at home. Like how can I make this fun? Crystals and sage, just brought all of it. And then it was time to like, okay, let me explain to you what I do and how this is going to happen. And to get a room full of girls quiet was, I had to discover a whole new gift, I think. But it was beautiful though when it did.
Well, and none of them had ever done anything like this. So how receptive were they?
Tremendously receptive. Absolutely. I don't think there was any there wasn't anybody in their way. There was no obstacle. The only obstacle I think was just the adolescent teen, just it's hard to just be still and quiet and listen. Yeah. Which I totally get.
It was cool, man. They took a break about halfway through, did about an hour, and then did a little break, and then did another hour, and the girls just loved it. You were so good.
I'm glad. It was a lot of fun. It was so much fun.
Yeah, this should be a new thing for you for sure. I think it was.
Yeah, we'll have a surcharge. I mean, it took. It was. I think the coolest part of it was just I could see it in a lot of their eyes. Just there would be something that would click, and I think it was pretty aware. Just what am I trying to say? I just remember at 13 years old, like I just remember needing somebody to give me some sort of a permission to kind of go after what just sounds crazy or isn't within the standard or the expectation that wherever they come from, whatever house or Colleen, I don't know, but just I think some of them just to kind of hear that, yes, here's a loved one that's on the other side. They're here watching, guiding, governing. And yeah, you need to go after and do this and not feel bad and not apologize.
I'm guessing as an adult, there is an amount of skepticism. So I'm guessing that maybe you didn't get that from them. They're like, they never did anything like this. They didn't know what to expect. So they were open and ready.
Maybe they were. I mean,
receive.
honestly, maybe they were. I just came into it like, you're not my critic. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it kind of took some pressure off, I think.
Really?
If anything. Yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, the second that you called me and you asked me to do this, I mean, yeah, I was just like, that's exactly what I need right now.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, it's been a really long day.
That's awesome, man.
Like you deal with death and dying all the time. So I love what I do, but it can get a little depressing.
Oh, I was gonna say you talk to dead
so
people.
the second
all day.
I was like, oh, you need. I think it was the entertainment word I heard. I was like, oh, I'll be there. Don't even worry about it.
You were. I'm telling you were. This was another gift you just discovered. You were born to do this, man.
I think so.
You did great.
Okay. Thank you.
For those, if you hear screaming girls, it's because they are screaming girls. If you would turn yourself sideways, I think.
This
the camera, yeah.
Like over here?
No.
Oh.
Turn the whole camera sideways.
Oh, the whole.
Yeah, there we go. Now you're full. Now you're full screen. Okay, so this is how this is going to work, y'all. If you guys want to talk to John, then you need to click on the link that I just posted wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on, what's the fourth one? Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on any of those platforms, I put a link in there. You got to click in there, and so you got to do a little work with us. So I'm not going to just put you in there to put you in there. You got to we got to be able to see you and talk to you. And John just went bye-bye. So Don, hang on, Don. We're going to let John get back in here.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yeah, you're fine. We're going to let John get back in here, and then we're going to get over to you, Don, and let you talk to John.
And there's
make sure you turn your stuff mic on.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
There he is. All right, let's bring Don in. Now, if you guys want to talk to John again, this is your opportunity. Oh, you need paper, don't you?
Yeah.
Let me get you paper. I know there's some. Hold on.
Hi, everybody.
All right, here you go.
Thank you. Perfect.
All right, let's hit.
Sorry, I'm gonna adjust. Probably people are thinking
adjust. You're fine.
There we go.
It's impromptu. It's Saturday night. It's on the fly.
See, Andrew, if you're really a fan of the show, you would know that this is what we call a divine appointment. Remember?
What?
This is our divine appointment.
Well, I know. I know when the scarf comes out, you mean business too.
You know what? Yeah.
I guess I had Heather and Tammy and Jen
Tammy,
and Becky and everyone
Hi.
watching. Got someone watching on Twitch and a couple on YouTube and a bunch of Facebookers. All right, Don's there. Hi, Don.
Hi.
Happy Saturday night. Woo!
Happy Saturday. Woo!
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
All right, Don, give it to us. What do you want to know about life, love, anything? John,
I'm gonna go with love, our relationship.
Okay, love.
Been a while.
All right.
Okay, so you're not currently in a relationship though, correct?
I'm talking to somebody.
Okay.
We're dating.
Okay. So. Can I get your do you feel comfortable saying his name?
Yeah.
Okay, can I hear you say his name real quick?
Kelly.
Okay. So one more time?
Kelly.
He's a little bit more fast pacing than you would like. Okay, so he's continuing to ask for like a validation of some sort from you, if that makes sense. And just he's still learning to understand that the timing, although may feel foreign to him, is absolutely right in exactly where it is and how it needs to be. Do you understand that?
Yes.
What is his birthday?
It's 4/30/1972. Today's his birthday.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what is your birthday?
4/3/74.
Ooh, honey, my heart is palpitating for this man.
Really?
Yes. She's getting the butterflies. She's got a kindergarten crush. Woo, honey. I feel you because it's hard holding that in, and you're sitting over here like, You think you're who? Nope, it's 8:30. You need to go home. You're setting down these guidelines and these boundaries that I think is very empowering for you. I don't even know if it's about Kelly right now. You're just like, I'm just enjoying watching me do this. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So it's really more about you than it is him. God bless him.
And if it makes sense, give him feedback. And if it doesn't make sense, give him feedback because John wants to know if he's on the right track or not on the right track.
I can take a no as graciously as
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You said 4374?
Yes.
That's you. Okay, 7, 8. That's you, right?
Yes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7, 8, 9. Okay. This, if you can hear this is what I walked into, and I had to, for the first time in my life, I was like, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me, like just a kindergarten class.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear just all the girls just in the background losing their mind right now. I don't know.
It's okay, we'll allow it.
All right.
How fun though! That's so cool that you guys did that. That's really cool.
He killed it. He was amazing.
Do you know what's funny? It's his birthday, and you sent him home.
I'm sick today, so yeah, we didn't hang out today.
I just chuckle from it for some reason. Hold on, I'm figuring out one other number. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So really, what is your question? I mean, you would have to ask it straight out for me to answer it straight out, because right now, all I'm feeling is like you're it's nice, you're having fun, you're enjoying yourself, and it's really, again, more about you seeing yourself in a form that you either thought you were never going to get back to or just felt very, very foreign, so it's really more about like, whew, that felt good, get him angry again, let's see how I handle that. Do you know what I mean? Like that's where you're at right now.
Yeah.
And poor guy's kind of like, what are we? And you're just like, oh shit, I forgot about it. There's 2 of us. You know what I mean? And like, so I understand where you're at. When I take a look at your birthday and I take a look at your chart, this says nothing about relationships being a part of your karmic cycle or destiny or lessons or anything like that. What it is about, however, is creating a whole new sense of foundation for yourself. I think a little bit about why you're a little bit standoffish is because your last endeavor with whatever happened too quickly to where they took over your foundation. Mm-hmm. And what you began to start, it's like you bought property to plant corn, and they already put the bean seeds down before you even got home. And now you're pissed because you got to farm beans, and they're not even that profitable.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. We're struggling right now because, like, he's got a power struggle, but I'm so dominant. He doesn't like it because he's a Taurus, and I'm like,
yeah, you say you're so dominant, but honey, you're like I don't
want to say.
I want to say dominant. That's not the right word. You're very like nah, if that's how you feel.
Yeah.
Anything I can do to support you? Like you're just very.
Yeah.
Is it like a vibe where, hey, I know what I want. I'm old enough to know what I want, and I'm not going to take no bullshit. And I don't need love in my life. If it comes along, cool. But I'm cool without it. Like, you're not desperate for it.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I think we're all, I wouldn't say desperate, but at some times in our life, yeah, it can seem like that because, wouldn't it be nice? It feels like sometimes that's all we need. Andrew, good try. You're getting better. You really are. We'll work on it.
No one asked you.
Well, how many? We got a few. It's really, the power struggle of it is you, for the very first time, you are not communicating and you're not giving orders. You're not dictating. Okay. So you are coming across as independent, self-assured, and an independent woman. You are getting a taste. You haven't even sat down at your table yet, and they're serving you these really nice finger sandwiches and hors d'oeuvres, and you are in heaven. Okay. You are having this sensation all about your body, and it's just between you and your body and yourself. Okay. Yes, I have a date that I brought to this party, but he's grown. He can mingle. He can find friends. I didn't think you really needed me to validate that much about you. Okay. So now he's starting to kind of almost be like a turnoff. Like you really need that much from me? Okay. Then there must be some underlying things that just we haven't gotten there yet in our relationship for me to understand where that comes from and how I need to support you. Keep doing what you're doing, honey. My bottom line, I don't know really what you're asking. Just know that you're you've just entered into a journey that's all about, you get a second chance at a second chance at an already existing foundation, and it's almost like you got the funds, you got the the team, the contractors, and now you get to do a really beautiful remodel. Don't let, I don't care who they are, mama, you can't even come over here either. Do you know what I mean? To keep your opinion, like, this is my thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at the boardroom. I'm making the decisions, and we're taking it in my pace, my time. If you want to know how to handle him, though, and I hate to use the word handle, just sit him looking in the eyes and just shut the F up. Don't respond. Just look at him like,
Okay.
It appears you're frustrated about that. You know, like, the first one to talk will lose, and eventually he'll get to the bottom of what he's really trying to communicate. Because as a man, you know, in this macho whatever, it's not about a power role, because you actually are giving him the power, believe it or not, and it's very clear because you're allowing him in your space.
Yeah.
Period. Okay.
Right.
If you can't recognize that, then he don't even have the cards to show up at the table to play the game.
Yeah.
Does that all make sense, Don?
It
Perfect.
does. It does. It's
All
I've done a lot, like put myself on hold for a long time, and this past year is all about me, self-love and all that.
Just waiting to, you're giving him enough. You want to be chased, you want to be pampered, you want to be romanticized, you want all of that, and you're giving him, you know, it's like, I don't care. There's no excuse. Men, we have it in us. We will chase after what we want. Period.
Okay.
Love you, Dawn. Thanks for
Thank
tuning
you,
in.
Don.
Thank you.
Great weekend.
All right, thank you. If you're watching, I need you to share this post. Say, hey, watch this. I'm watching it. Give it a love there. Hit the little love button so we can see we got some loves up there. Hit the little love button, and
I wish I could see.
Give us some love. And if you want to be part of the show, then you need to click that. It's a StreamYard.com link. So you click on that link that I put in the comment section, no matter where you're watching, and you will be able to jump on in. John, you turned your video off.
Oh, I did that again.
See, don't touch your phone. Right. Don't touch it.
I just can't.
You can't
guys,
touch it.
I can't even see the comments.
No,
I don't know what's going on. I'm going to take this moment to do a plug.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
Andrew, I'm having a psychic development course beginning June. Oh my God, June 4th? Saturday, June 4th. It's an all-day
for people
workshop.
to tap into their, because everyone's got some amount of psychic ability, do they not? Or most people do, or it's intuition or whatever you call it. So are you is this like to teach people how to tap into that?
Teach people how to tap into it, give them an understanding of just the framework of how it works. Go over all the different types of gifts and intuitive divination tools that are out there. You know, I'm just specifically a medium and, you know, a little bit psychic, but there's so many different things that, you know, just because you're not seeing it in the mainstream, you know, view of things doesn't necessarily mean that that's not your niche or your technique, or just that's your personal power and support system to help you to navigate through life.
And I'm guessing you said it right there. I'm guessing even if you don't want to, you're not into doing readings or doing whatever, but
that's level 2.
But it's giving yourself help to navigate this thing called life.
Yeah, you know? Absolutely. And how do I think to step into and to take a little bit control, I guess I'll use the word, but also accountability to how you feel and how your day is what your day is offering you and how you respond to that. And it just really gets you, if anything, really in tune and tapped into this inner version of yourself, this you know, your star player. You know, you really get to, it doesn't matter how or where it's coming from, you can't help but to be immediately aware of these other voices or other sense of selves that are within you. That really is to me, that's the real gift about it. You know, you're in this place of observation and then it's like, you know, you're observing the observer who's, you know, observant. And it's just like this, just like, you know, once your mind kind of grasps around that, you really see how you're working with a bigger picture, a bigger entity. You're
something bigger than yourself.
I call it grace. You know, it's grace to me is just, if God had a personality and was able to come down here and help us, that's what grace is. It's just, you know, ways to be in our favor that go beyond this worldly, mundane set of rules and laws.
How do we get more information on the course?
mediumjohnturski.com.
Medium John Turski, Turski.
Space is limited. And speaking of space, I have recently, because I live downtown Toledo now, and I now have office space downtown Toledo.
Ooh.
At a brand new storefront, Enchanted Mystic Arts House of Intuition. It's on Jefferson and North St. Clair. Beautiful place, beautiful space, beautiful people. Used to be a school, Maritime Academy. So it's in the Secor building, if you know anything about that. And the whole third floor used to be all the classrooms in the school. So we're going to kind of do School for the Mystic Arts.
Wow.
And this is the beginning of developing those courses and classes. And there's more coming, and there's other workshops that these are opportunities that I have been dying to put. Remember, even our podcast, it's like, somebody please call in and talk about something deep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Remember that? Like, I get you like what I do, but like and this gives me the opportunity. Sorry, my thing went up. This gives me the opportunity to, put it into a framework, put it on paper, and then offer the experience for people wherever they're at. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
It's very cool. And so if someone wants to get a reading from mediumjohnturski.com, and if you want a reading right now, click on the StreamYard link that's in the comments. And Tammy's on with us. Hey, Tammy.
Hey there.
All right,
Hi.
Tammy. Go ahead. What's your question for John?
I don't know. I'm curious about just life in general.
Oh,
geez.
Hard on you.
Life in
What's that?
general.
I'll make it hard on you.
Okay. Look at me. I don't even know how to flip my paper right now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Tammy, what's your birthday?
11/8/73.
8, 9, 1, 2. Life, you're so comfortable right now. Hold on, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, comfortable. So just, I don't know really where you're coming from when you're asking me just, about life. But I will just tell you what I see on paper. Okay. You all, since like the end of last year, have went onto a cycle. It's all about money, finances, investments. Like, where you're putting your money is very important, and that is completely the timing between cause and effect is a lot shorter than what it used to be, especially when it comes to finances. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot better with our finances, and
It's not so much about getting better. So a lot of times, people during this cycle will have unexpected financial stuff. Car needs, broke, water heater broke. Like, just, I need to have a deeper emergency fund than typically what we're used to. That's what this year shows. Do you understand that?
Yeah, that's what we've done.
The beauty of it, the gift of it, though, is it actually shows you how to summon and to pull prosperity from places you didn't even know existed. Do you see?
Yeah.
And you find yourself doing rituals and doing witchy stuff when you're going to Catholic church on Sunday. You know what I mean? That's what this time is for you. They're just gentle things that are going to make you freak out, and then have to pull something out of the air, out of thin air, out of nowhere, and just watch that completely just be, take care of, most of the you just get to whatever it was. I don't even want to name it. You just get to sit back and go,
It's easier to figure out when it's under control.
Say that again.
It's easier to figure out when you have it under control and you have a plan.
It's easier to figure out when you have it under control. Yeah, but if you are under control and you have a plan, then you're really not. There's nothing that you're really figuring out. You're just playing it safe. You're not digging. You're just existing. You're just, whatever. I want your husband's name or your boyfriend, whoever he is.
My husband, Mike.
What's his birthday?
5/24/78.
I don't know why I get this feeling, but Mike, I'll give you my PO box. You're going to send me a gift after I get done with this. Okay. You're going to be very happy. 7, 8, 16, 7, 4, 5, 6, 5, 11, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Honey, what was your birthday again?
Mine 11/8/73.
Oh, what you were okay. Whew. So you can't help where you came from. You can't help how you were raised. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what is important to you and what is defined as security, stability, all of those things, you've mastered. And you we talk about control. You do a really good job at provide. That's how you provide in your relationships, is making sure that that's all maintained. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Girl, you need to resign. Okay, that job. Okay, Mike. Okay, has a brilliant way that we haven't even given him the space to even show up and to even experiment with. Okay, talk about this man. This man can pull something out of nothing. Okay, you got a little bit of taste of that, but I think he's just very used. That's just how he's used to his life, just kind of happening. You like to be in so much control, but you're always late. He is so chaotic, but always on time. And that's like the irony of the two of you.
I don't know.
If it's not right, call him out. He wants to know, right, John?
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm still calling her out because I think I'm right.
I'm the one that's always on time and have to have that control of being on time.
Right.
And
in accordance. Say that again.
And then, I direct the kid and the husband on what we're doing. But the control thing for me is definitely right.
But hypothetically, I guess what I'm asking is if you just let it up to the household to get themselves there on time, I mean, what would be the worst possible scenario that could take place?
It would still happen. So I guess I do need to.
The only one that would be freaking out would be you, though.
Exactly. That's
you know what I mean? For them, they're on time. Do you know what I mean? Like they entered graciously and according to them abundantly, because everything was just in such divine perfect time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to you show up so early, you're taking on roles and tasks from people that it's not even your job. You just happen to be there, and so now you're included in other people's stuff.
So true. Holy shit.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. She shows up at the food truck and they're busy. She starts taking orders.
Honey.
It's so random. You said that. It's like
I did that at Marco's one. We'll talk about that another time. But yes, that's exactly. So yes, I want to know when I'm wrong, but
no, you're right on that. I've always been the one in control, and things have to be a certain way too. I'm not real flexible sometimes.
Like she like I drive her crazy because I'm not.
Oh, you drive me
whatever.
crazy.
I'm just whatever.
Yeah. I'm whatever too, and sometimes I'm like
I'm more whatever than you.
No, actually, no. I think we're on the same level of whatever. I just think we're both equally at the same time learning how to communicate that whatever to other people that are a part of our project.
Sure. No, I agree with that.
Either it's like if you're not feeling it, then you must not be a part of it. You know? So yes, my thing to you and the biggest message is give Mike the power. Give it to him. And get your brain to go through the process. Honey, I can't even believe I'm telling you this is the healing process, because it will be a trauma for you of being late and just not being on this biorhythm of time. Just pass it over. And you don't even have to there doesn't have to be like a ceremonial thing. Just, wait until he all of a sudden says, wait. You're not freaking out we're late? And you're like, no, I haven't for weeks. And just kind of let that gradual shift happen, because again, this whole pulling something out of nothing, that's his gift. That he came from that. You got a little taste of that. It freaked you out. You haven't even decided if you like that or not. It was great to see it, to know that you're always taken care of no matter what, from a space that we can't even reach. That's cool. But yeah, give it to him. There's a lot of things, especially in a relationship, that esoterically your partner offers you that you are not giving him the chance to deliver. Period.
Yeah, I can see how that happens.
All right, Tam.
Yep.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So if you guys want to get in, I got to say hi to Fina, who's listening in the Philippines.
Ooh, Fina in the Philippines.
Fina in the Philippines.
Welcome.
Lauren, I'm not doing any readings over comments. If you want to get on, you got to hit the StreamYard link. It's in the comment section. I'll even read. You know what? I'm going to be such a nice guy, because I am a nice guy. I'm going to repost it right now. If you want to talk to John and myself, you have to click on this link that I'm going to post right now. And it's a StreamYard link. Okay.
And if you're listening off of my profile, that link ain't going to be in there, because I can't even get to my other screen right now.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
So,
it's
okay.
All right.
This is where,
okay. So, let's see. I guess I had a Jen and Becky and Larissa and Fina, like I said, and Lauren. And if you guys want to get a reading from John, with the few minutes we have left, then you need to jump on in there and say hi. John, how do you think the world is going right now? It seems crazy to me.
How do I think the world
is it as crazy and chaotic as it seems, or is this just a normal rhythm?
Here's how I'm gonna answer this. Okay,
Okay.
and I'm gonna share a very just more recently a very intimate and personal journey of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're asking about the world and everything, when I watch the news and I see what's going on in Ukraine, I just can't believe that somebody is out there making decisions that are taking innocent lives. I think no matter the cause or the reason, that's just morally bankrupt, no matter how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, living downtown, so either way, as horrible as that is, I still can't be in a place of judgment, because then I will become a part of that rhetoric. I will become a part of that something. And I will take it with me, and it will do no service for me or anybody else. So I'm very aware of what's going on, and I watch it, not closely, but I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
But if anything, I'm always wanting to understand people's motives and intentions. And I think as much as the news and the media, delivers, what's going on, I understand that they're very on top of the what is happening, but nobody really can answer why. And to me, if you can't come from that space of giving that type of information, then you're not really you're kind of useless in the situation. So that's kind of a misconstrued question, because I can't fully, in my heart of hearts, believe that the information I'm getting is fully and 100%. If again, I'm only getting the what and not the why. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
So recently, because I live downtown and I have an adorable dog, gets me a lot of attention. Not the kind of thought I was going to get, but I get a lot of it. But I run into the most surprising individuals that, for example, so we have a lot of homeless downtown. We have a lot of people that are without, and just by taking my dog for a walk and getting approached for help or a handout, and simply because I'm walking my dog, I don't have anything like that on me, but just to simply offer them to be a part of my walk and to come with me along for the walk. And most recently, her name's Aura. I thought it was a beautiful name and very meaningful at the time.
Right.
It just what I learned in these interactions with just giving people your time and your energy and your space and your heart unconditionally, even when it is a stranger, okay, you are empowering them to step into a place that at one time, I think, from what I'm seeing, is the very blame of the hand that got them to where they are in their own personal idea of themselves, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, a lot of people in the work that I do, and just my experience with doing what I do, healing takes place. Healing takes place in the deepest way, I think, when people are able to revisit of the most vulnerable places within themselves that at one time caused them deep harm and deep trauma. So when you can be somebody that is of a safe space, and you can kind of bring, you can imagine, bring them into a place to where they feel not judged, they feel safe, and then to start to inquire in a way that's getting them to feel excited that somebody's showing interest in their life and showing interest in their journey, and then divulging and feeling things that they've never felt in 25 years, or crying on my shoulder because they realized or had an epiphany. Yes, in the middle downtown, had an epiphany that they were just, the story that they're telling themselves is anyway. I still to this day don't know how to share these moments. I keep calling them touched by an angel moments, but they're beautiful. And to me, when you say what's going on in the world, it's not about Ukraine. I don't think Ukraine really represents the world right now. I think we're just hungry people, just thirsty for connection.
Well, there's like some of that is coming out of the pandemic. It's like we were isolated for so long.
I mean, and pandemic, I'm not taking that lightly. Mm-hmm. But I was thirsty even before that. Mm. Do you know what I mean? Like that's my number one thing. Like I don't even leave the house.
It's become so cool right now. I don't like people. It's become so cool for people to say that. It's like, how do you not like people? And we are becoming disconnected as we don't know our neighbors anymore.
Well, because
there's just so much shit that has changed. That like
it's almost given them permission to not share anymore.
Right. Absolutely.
And to not show up in vulnerable places. And I think
and not open up your heart, not have feelings. Like you're trying to shut yourself off from feeling.
But you know what? I don't even ask you to have feeling. I don't care if you feel. To be frank, I if you're not feeling, that's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. There's no right or wrong in it. Mm-hmm. Just it is what it is. Respect where you are in that process. Emotions, they change so damn much anyway. I don't even know if they're factual. Okay. Let's be real. So it's not about judging or critiquing where you're at by any means. It doesn't matter what figure, what face, or how that comes through, how that takes place. Just honoring it and just being present and feeling it in the moment. Genuine. Sometimes we do need people to help assist us in that place or space and hold space for us. And so we feel safe to show up in that vulnerable. I think we're measured in our courage and strength by how willing we are to show up in vulnerable places. And I think that is what causes, as humans, all of our shame. So when the pandemic occurs, we had no more excuses. We had no more distractions with relationships, fake ones, if you will,
right?
Surface ones, just that didn't really get too deep, but were enough to satisfy. And then I think when the pandemic occurred, I think people got real honest with themselves and how they were sharing and just what part of themselves they were offering. Nobody could be there was no control anybody had, period. Nobody had any sense of control.
Well, and I think mortality set in. If people are like, I don't know how people are dying all around me. I don't even know how long I have. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that superficial shit anymore. But
you know what though? I think majority, you'd be surprised. The majority of the people really aren't afraid as death as what you think they are. I don't think death.
Really? I know. I don't look. I give a lot to this world. This world would not. It would not function as well without me in it. So
that's our single child thing.
Shut up.
That's our only child thing. I think it's not the death that we are ultimately afraid of. It is the existing and leaving this planet without making a difference in it. So if we know we're people who are making a difference, I could check out today and be satisfied. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the mortality that it put in people's face, is really ask, who am I? What am I doing? And I think it took the silence around them, like these girls in here. Okay, it took 25 minutes just to get, and then they felt the energy. It was really cool. And then when I was reading one side of the room, I was like, "You guys are getting hot, aren't you?" She's like, "Oh my god, I'm burning up." And I was like, "You guys are freezing, aren't you?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's energy. It's energy. It's this collective group energy that's moving along as we are moving. It's energy."
Wow.
And they understood that illustration. So I just think humans are funny people, and they're just deathly scared. They're deathly afraid of being just their most natural selves, which is really comical when you think about it. You know what I mean?
Lauren's in line.
Okay, Lauren, thank you. Welcome.
Hey, Lauren.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, Lauren. What can John do for you tonight?
I was wondering if there's any messages from Terry for me.
Terry. Why do I feel like I should know you or Terry? Do we know each other?
No. I don't know you. I mean,
perfect.
Okay, so who is Terry to you?
My mother.
And she's no longer with us, I'm assuming?
No, sir.
Okay. Was she... did you take care of her before she passed?
No. Well, Sort
I
of. We lived
had
together
to
for, like,
follow
6
her
years.
around, I don't. And I remember having to do this with my dad before he passed. He got so clumsy that we just had to follow him around everywhere he went because we knew he was going to spill something or make a mess or drop this or do that.
Was sudden.
Yeah.
It was sudden. Yeah, we didn't. He wasn't sick or anything.
Then I'll be damned. Do you have any other? So you taking care of anybody before loss doesn't mean anything then?
No.
Okay.
I mean, to like my neighbor Ginger before she had passed away, but I mean, other than that.
All right, was she like a danger to herself?
Was she what? I'm sorry.
It's the feeling of like being a danger to yourself if left alone.
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
So Lauren, sometimes hold on. Sometimes
who passed like chest, breast, or lungs? Was that Ginger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
See, is your mom religious?
No, not really. I think she believes in a higher power, but she wasn't like, a church goer every week kind of person.
Okay. But I don't know about this, so I will send a medium for the medium. Okay, is how I feel for your mom, and that's why I feel like I'm bringing up Ginger. Okay.
Well, let me just say, there's times, Lauren, where like John can't, he doesn't know who's going to come through. Like you can request Terry, but sometimes someone else will come through. Which I mean, we're glossing over the fact that you nailed what she was doing. She was taking care of somebody before they passed. It wasn't her mother, but she was taking care of somebody, and you hit that. And then
these are like little clips that I want to capture and like give to like the little mediums out there that are just starting along. They're like 13, 14 years old, like when I was my age. For somebody to sit there and tell me, or to see an example of that, because what you almost saw when I was like, well, I'll be damned. Try again next week. Call us back. You know what I mean? Like that would have been me, years ago. When in reality, and it happened earlier. I don't know if on here or, I think it does. Where I was like, no, I'm not wrong. Think again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It took a long time for me to get that authority. So Ginger, what a mess, but she's here. Okay, she's good. She's good. I feel your mom's passing is recent. Okay, or there's things divulged around the passing that either energetically has not been sorted out yet, or we have not found the words yet, or the situation has not passed yet for us to have the meaningful conversation that we need to have.
Does that make sense, Lauren?
We don't know if it was murder or if it was self-inflicted. Those were answers I never got, and she passed away 10 years ago.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. Okay, so this is what shutting down looks like, everybody, just so you know. I don't know how to answer it because initially I felt harm to themselves. Okay, I felt somebody was in danger of themselves. I felt like needing to be there for them in order to keep them safe. Now that could be all bunched up in my little autistic mind right now because I've been doing readings for 12 hours.
Yeah.
That I could have been that. How I should have read that that might have been the baggage that you're carrying around, and that's why you're asking. That's what you're needing. So needing to know about mom, which is the danger to herself, and then being there so to keep safe or to follow her around. I don't know if that fits or makes sense or not. And if it doesn't, then Lauren, it was good trying to know you.
Well, I mean, in 10 years, I never had closure. I mean, I just want really
maybe I don't. Maybe
her,
it's
you know what I mean?
And neither one of us need to make an excuse for anything. I just, timing. It could be anything. I just.
Right.
I feel like it's like a one-shot thing too. Like you only get one shot with her when she comes through. It's going to be like a one-time thing. There is no repeat with her. And two, she did. Thank you, Andrew. Her mother does not feel comfortable doing this in front of everybody. Period. That's your mom's. She's the nervous Nelly.
Does that make sense, Lauren?
Yeah, she was a very anxious person.
Yeah, she didn't like spotlight.
Nervous?
She didn't. Yeah.
You said nervous Nelly.
So, yeah. And another thing to you young mediums out there, I thought I was crazy. No, honey, it's your mom. Your mom will run out of sorts, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. So, were there mental health issues? Yeah, absolutely. When I asked murdered or suicide, what I heard was a little bit of both. And my head, as John goes, well, technically, I think every death is a suicide. We're ultimately just killing ourselves slowly, whether it happens instantly or not.
You mean by like what we choose to eat?
What we choose to eat, what we do, how we act, like.
Well, the coroner claimed it accidental overdose, and just knowing my mom and pills, like she wouldn't take a handful of pills. Probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but and, I mean, if she was taking benzos or something, she probably didn't know she was taking them, and then would take them again, and then again. I don't know.
And I mean, that's crossed my mind. That's why I want to know whether it was her or her boyfriend.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I think we got a little bit enough to stew on. We won't be seeing your clip in the marketing. No, I'm just kidding. But I would love to speak and give you time one-on-one. But your mom's making me feel very like
she didn't want to be doing this.
Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, she don't want to be doing this right now.
Ginger,
Ginger's here. Like, oh, girl, I got the tea. I got the gossip. She said, I know all about the gossip. Okay. I just, as John Turski here, am feeling uncomfortable because I'm being pulled in so many places, and I just can't. My words aren't. No, don't be sorry. And that's probably what y'all need to heal in your family lineage. Nothing to be sorry about.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it is, but we'll leave you with that.
All right.
God bless.
Lauren,
right?
Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it. Sorry we couldn't be more of a help, but sometimes, like you said, there's a lot of factors. May mom didn't want to come through, and you've been doing this a long time, and it's 1:00 in the morning.
Well, I mean,
could be anything.
I don't really think we even need to make an excuse, really. It just
sometimes.
I mean, if it's not there, it's not there.
Yeah.
A lot of people will try to force it or fake it or no. If it's not coming through like songbirds in the summer, it ain't. Yeah. So.
Wow. Well, this is fun, dude. It's been an hour.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna sleep until Tuesday.
I know, right? So, okay, if people want to get a hold of you, John, a personal reading, how can they do that?
Best way is to go to my website, mediumjohnturski.com. If you want to jot down a phone number that you can call to make an appointment or reservation, it is 567-288-3210. Again, I have an upcoming psychic development course coming up and workshop, along with some other things. So starting to be on my website. So yeah, thank you.
All right, man. Good seeing you.
Yeah,
good
you
seeing
too.
you in person. Thank you for all you did. All you did tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Medium John Turski. Thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it, and stay safe. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on the other side.
Until next time.